tubers, welcome back to another episode of Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look at a beer that I brought back from Nova Scotia just a little while ago. One that I picked up directly from the Garrison Brewery, and one that used to be available here but they no longer carry it here. Going to take a look at Garrison's Nut Brown. Garrison's Nut Brown, like I said, we used to be able to get it here in New Brunswick. A couple of years ago they stopped carrying it up here, much to my displeasure, because this is one of the ones I used to drink. The first time I ever had it, I bought a 6-pack. Obviously, they came in 6-packs. And I cracked one open, took a drink of it, and I think I finished off another 2 or 3 after that. I really liked it the first time I had it, but this is going back to back when I was just starting to get into craft beer. So that was quite some time ago. So the next part of the story is that this isn't also not the first time that I've tried to review this beer. We got this in a mixed 6-pack again last winter and around Christmas time, and I sat on it for about 2 months, I believe, and I waited too long because it had started to turn into vinegar by the time that I actually went to try it. So now this beer, I don't know how long it sat in their brewery store. I'm not going to presume that it sat there very long. I just picked this up on Sunday, and this is Thursday at the time that I recorded this. So this is fresh. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what this is. Now, it's an English-style brown ale. Oh, wow, that cap's on there. Tough. Standard Garrison Brewing can-end cap. The usual. Really nice label designs on Garrison beers. Let's give this a... Whoa, that's darker than I remember. The last time I think I had this, it was brown, but it was definitely more see-through than this. And it's coming up with a 1 finger ahead. That's really dark even for a brown ale. Like if you were to compare this to something like Newcastle Brown or Iron Horse Brown from Gahan, this is really quite dark. I'm impressed. It's got some orange hues to it, brownish color, but it's mostly this ruby red, amber kind of color through it, the beer. Really nice. And I love that little bit of like a tan head to it. The head's dying off quite quick, but one thing I will say is it really looks nice. That's a really pleasing looking nut brown. But is it anything good compared to some of the other ones I've had since? Let's give it a sniff. There's a hint of brown sugar and molasses and caramel poking through that one. But on the top I get this little bit of nuttiness, but this kind of a musty, leathery kind of smell. Actually, now that it's been sitting here for a while, I can tell this is a really fresh glass, a really fresh bottle, because I'm getting a lot of those nice caramel smells. Holy cow, does that smell good. Whew. It's actually stronger than I remembered, and you can really pick up quite a bit of dark malt in that one as well. And it's a lot stronger smelling than I remember too. Wow. Boy, that smells beautiful. I mean, it's not like it's an intensely smelly. It's not like it's an intensely scented beer. It is a little on the mild side, but what smell is there is really nice. And of course, as I said, there's a little bit of a nuttiness coming through that one as well. Wow. Holy cow. I gotta drink these fresh more often. Speaking of which, down the hatch. Oh my. An earthy nuttiness coats the back of the throat. An almost coffee-like bitterness goes along with it. Throughout the body of it, you get this almost gourmet coffee, brown sugar, and caramel flavors. Perhaps a bit of toffee. A little bit of a coffeeness. That really, it's almost got this gourmet coffee kind of flavor throughout the body of the beer. Like maybe they've started roasting it, the malt's a little extra longer than they used to. Mmm. Oh, wow. And anytime I've had it, there's always been this little bit of like a strange, funky twang to the back, and it's not present this time. There's a little bit of a residual sweetness left behind, but the hops, the earthy hops in the back of this thing, are not overall like repugnant or pungent. They're there. They're omnipresent. Borderline stringent, maybe. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying words. But it's pleasing, pleasant, and dries the back of your mouth out a little. And you do want to take another slug. And when you do, this tastes really nice. Oh wow! I'm gonna sit down with this one. I'll be right back, guys. And I'm back with a fresh bottle of Garrison's Nut Brown. So, what have I got to say for this? Holy crap. The freshness in this thing really shows. The fresher this one is, the better. I've had this beer before. I've had this beer on numerous occasions, and I haven't had a bottle of it quite as good as the one I'm reviewing tonight. This one I picked, like I said, I picked this up at the brewery about 4 or 5 days ago. It's absolutely incredible. For a Nut Brown. I mean, any given day I would have given Nut Brown, like anytime I didn't review it, I probably would have given like a 3.5 out of 5. This time I'm going to have to give this one a high 4 out of 5. It is just so darn good. And the freshness in the malt, the freshness in the hops really make for a really nice beer. So the only conclusions I can think of is either it's completely fresh, or Garrison's tweaked the recipe, and they've done a fine job. Wow. So my hat's off. Literally, my hat is off right now to you guys, Garrison. Your Nut Brown, please bring it back to New Brunswick. I really love this beer, and I would buy it again. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review. This gets a high, like a 4.25 out of 5. Oh. Excuse me. It is just that good. If you're down in Halifax and you want to try something in a mixed 6-pack, don't let this out of your sight, because this is actually a really darn good beer. Talk to you guys later.